Hello, my name is Nyex. Welcome to another episode of Truth or Trickery. Two fictitious tales, one based on truth. Can you find the factual story? Don't forget to head to the post section on our channel after the video to make your guesses on which tale is based on truthfulness. Let's get right to it.
In a tranquil town set among gentle hills, an ancient motel with an unusual reputation stood. Room 226 had been shut off for many years. No reservations, no guests. The proprietor, Mr. Langley, would not discuss the room, deflecting questions with a jittery chortle. One stormy night, a weary traveler named Ethan showed up at a ramshackle motel, praying for a place to rest. The desk clerk told him the motel was full, but that there was one room left, 226. The clerk handed over the key, but not without some hesitation. Ethan accepted the key anyway. As soon as he entered, the air thickened. The walls appeared to throb. The furniture, when he wasn't looking, seemed to change position. Then the whispers started. At first they were soft and impossible to understand. But by the end of the first full hour, they were definitely not intended for his ears. At the stroke of 12, the door went shut. Ethan rushed to wrench it open, but the knob would not budge. Then the wall opened up and let out blood-curdling screams. In the morning, the staff of the motel found the door standing wide open. The room was desolate. No bags, no signs of a problem. Only a solitary, pristine key resting on the nightstand. One key. No guests. No Ethan. Ryan knew these woods like the back of his hand. Every twisted oak, every uneven ridge. The forest had always felt welcoming, familiar. But not today. There was something different about the air, thick with an unnatural stillness. No birds chirping, no rustling in the underbrush, just a heavy silence pressing against his ears. Almost there, he had texted his wife as he drove deeper into the wilderness, but almost was the closest he would ever get. When Ryan's truck was found days later, it was abandoned, driver's side door flung open, keys still in the ignition. A rifle leaned against the seat, untouched. It was as if he had simply stepped out and dissolved into the night. The search lasted weeks. Bloodhounds strained against their leashes, picking up faint traces of his scent, only for it to vanish without explanation. Helicopters circled above, cutting through mist that clung unnaturally to the trees. Yet Ryan had left no footprints. His campfire was never lit. His body was never found. Years passed, and the case faded into whispers, into late-night theories shared over campfires. Until one ordinary day, Ryan's truck resurfaced. But it wasn't empty. Inside sat a man. Not Ryan, not anyone connected to him. He was calm, eerily detached, answering investigators with a smirk that didn't quite reach his eyes. His answers were riddled with contradictions. He claimed he had always owned the truck. Yet it bore Ryan's identification, his worn seat cover, his faded bumper sticker. No one could explain where the truck had been all those years. No one could explain why Ryan had simply ceased to exist. But most unsettling of all, no one could explain the scratches on the truck's interior, deep and frantic, as if something, had tried desperately to escape. The forest keeps its secrets. And somewhere, deep in the shadows, it still holds Ryan. A man in his 20s perched on a dock that groaned in protest, fishing rod held at an angle so that the line dropped straight down into the undisturbed waters of the lake. The surface was a perfect mirror, and the full moon seemed halfway to a rising sun. A fish skirted the bottom and came close, maybe thinking of the worm on the end of that hooked line. Suddenly he saw it wasn't a fish. It was a female. No, a thing that had once been female. Hair dark as the void framed a visage that seemed to glow in the murky light, the eyes holding secrets from eons long past. Her mysteriousness was accentuated by a grin that was anything but inviting. "Long enough you have waited," she whispered. As he inched forward, captivated by her bewitching beauty, his heartbeat intensified. The fishing line twisted and turned in the water, pulled not by a mere current but by some indefinable allure toward her. Her fingers, with their delicate webbing, broke through the mirror surface of the water, stretching toward him. He drew a sharp breath, surprised by the hold the moment seemed to have on him. It was as though time were stretching, the air were thickening. He couldn't shake the instinctive desire to reach back, as if whatever force was prompting him to do so might preserve him just a little longer in his current world. Then he saw them. The remains. Bones scattered in the quiet waters, entwined with weeds. A warning. Too late. She widened her grin, which now revealed teeth as sharp as razor blades. The splash of the water was the last thing he heard.
So, what you think? Have you figured out which story is based on truth? Or has our trickery got the best of you? Head over to the post section if you haven't already and make your vote on which story you believe is based on truthfulness. Keep an eye out on our page as we'll reveal the answer the following Friday. I'm your host, Nyex. I thank you for watching